Hello everybody, here's the next in our series on pain points of major gift fundraising. And today I want to talk about pain point number 8, which is poor post-gift stewardship. Now what do I mean by post-gift stewardship? It means that the donor makes a gift and then nothing really happens to move them further along in cultivation toward a much bigger gift. And you know, this really breaks my heart. When an organization works so hard to land a major gift, oh my gosh, a fundraiser is all this cultivation, all this nurturing, and then they drop the ball afterwards. And we all know how much time and effort it takes to bring a donor to that yes. You know, you nurture the relationship, you have the conversations, you make the ask, and finally the donor steps up, perhaps with maybe a gift that's not as large as you thought they might make, but it's a first gift or it's a step in the right direction. And that moment really should be a huge win for everyone. But here's the problem. Too often people neglect the donor's what we call post-gift experience. It's like after I buy a car, you know, the car dealership is going to treat me like a queen when I come in to have it serviced, or are they going to treat me like dirt, you know, like who cares, lady? But the thing is that what really impacts the second gift is that kind of experience they get after they have that first gift. And the follow-up doesn't happen sometimes. The communication falls flat. The thing is that the relationship is not nurtured. And what happens then? The donor doesn't make a second gift. The donor drifts off to another organization. All right, so I have a story. Okay, my mother passed away a few years ago, and I wanted to make a gift to the school that my daughters went to, I went to, and my mother went to as well, and make a gift in her honor. And so I was so excited I was going to make this gift, and I mean, I was cultivated, I was nurtured. They had me over. They sent me thank you notes or sympathy notes, and oh, your family, oh, your mother, blah, blah, blah. And so I made the gift, and then guess what happened? Crickets. Like, I mean, I was dropped like a hot potato. And I thought, gosh, maybe you could use this opportunity to make me feel like an insider and bring me closer to this organization, but they didn't. I was off the fundraisers list. You know, and I've seen that play out so many times. When I was working in-house, as a frontline fundraiser, the pressure for more cash was so relentless sometimes that as soon as one gift came in, the message from the leadership was, okay, who's next? So off we'd go, running after the next likely donor and dropping the first donor like I was dropped like a hot potato. And you know what? That's how you lose people. And that's how you have a failing major gift program, because you do all the work and then poof, there's no next steps with the donor. And I started my fundraising career at Duke, and at Duke we had a saying, and I love this saying. It was, hopefully the first gift is never the largest. And that should be everybody's motto. The first gift should never be the largest, because this is a long journey. This is the mindset you want to have when you have that donor relationship. And it should be the beginning of a long and joyful partnership, not the end of a transaction. And here's another motto I learned at Duke. I learned most of my fundraising was at Duke 30 years ago or more. When a new major donor makes a first gift, that should be an occasion of joy and celebration on the part of the organization and the donor. You should make the donor feel like it's an occasion of joy and celebration, right? Because that's what really makes the difference. And you know, that celebration creates energy. It reinforces the relationship, and it makes the donor feel connected and proud and ready to do more, even more closer. So here's the truth. You know, strong stewardship isn't just about thank you notes. It's about building a system that keeps donors close and engaged for the long term. And you know, that's why we created the Major Gifts Boot Camp. Because in the boot camp, you're going to learn how to manage every step of the donor cycle, including stewardship, the post-gift experience. We'll show you real practical strategies. You know, if you know anything about our work, we are practical. We give you words to say, actions to take that are going to make a difference right now. And we'll show you practical strategies to thank and celebrate and deepen donor relationships so that the first gift is truly just the beginning. And most importantly, in the boot camp, you're going to gain the skills and the confidence to close more gifts and help your nonprofit deliver on its mission. I know we all want to help our nonprofits, and this is the best way, is to focus, learn how to do major gift fundraising well, work with the lovely donors who are so passionate about your cause and who want to help, but you just need to take that next step and find out who they are and bring them forward and make the great ask. And so just remember that poor stewardship kills future giving. It kills it. But great stewardship multiplies it. So I hope you will join the Major Gift Boot Camp if you want to build lasting donor relationships and learn how to ask properly so that donors will be thrilled to give. And that's exactly what we'll help you do inside the Major Gift Boot Camp. So we hope you'll join us. Gosh, registration ends September 2nd, so that's coming right up, I think, just in a couple of weeks. And then the whole program starts on September the 11th. So join us. Bye, and close more gifts.